Hello everyone, this is StringerCon4 and welcome back to another Project Spark tutorial. Today I've got something a little different. It's not going to be how to create any one thing. I'm just going to be showing you how to use three different code tiles. Those being once, started to, and no longer. Two of which being some of my most used tiles because of how powerful they are. And you can see examples of them in regular brains that Project Spark gives you, like once. That is in pretty much every brain. So let's see how we use these. Let's pull out a logic cube just for demonstration purposes, and so its appearance equal to on. So there's that. And go into its brain. Okay, so we got a nice clean slate to work with. First, let's talk about once. So these are all on the when side. So once. Let's actually look at the info for it. Tells a line to run once and only once. So that is true. This will only run once in your game. Once, that is it. And once it is run, it will not run again. This line will not run again. So this is perfect for initializing variables such as team. So once do team equals team2 or something like that. You can use it to initialize all sorts of variables. And if we create a child line under once, it will also run. And we can do max health equals, we can say 100. So once this logic cube's team will be set equal to team 2, and its max health will be set equal to 100. I tend to get really long lists in this initialization page, so I'll just name this initialization. And I will just throw so many variables in here, it takes up several bars worth. So yeah, it's quite useful. I might even show an example later, we'll see. So that's once. Perfect for initializing variables. You can also say, like in a tutorial, so when once WASDA, it will advance the tutorial to the next part. Something like that. Just ideas that you can use for that. Next we have started to. Started to is similar to once, but not the same. Once only runs once as soon as something is triggered. So if you say when new boolean here. So when example boolean is set equal to true, the first time that it is, and only the first time, this will run. If we use started to, it is similar, but it will happen every time that it is set equal to true. So when this is set equal to true, this is these are both going to be run. So started to do jump, just for example, equals false for some reason. So once its team will be set equal to team 2, and max health will be set equal to 100, and it will have can jump set equal to false. Okay. And then we turn the boolean off, and it gets triggered again. Once won't run, but started to will. It will not run again until this is set equal to false, and then true again. But it will run each time that this is set equal to true. And that only affects what is directly above it. So if we have example can be triggered as many times as you want. But as long as this is equal to false, this won't run. Of course, we know that. But while example is equal to true, if this gets changed to false and then true again, this will be set back to false. So while this is false, if it gets set equal to true, it will immediately turn it off again. Okay, that's just how that works. Now we have no longer. No longer, it's pretty much just like started to, except it's the exact opposite. It's whenever, as soon as this is set equal to false. So instead of this being set equal to when this is true, this will happen. This is when it's false. I've had some trouble with this in booleans, but it does have its purpose. So if we look at the information right here, info, causes the do side of a line to run one time when the instant when its wind side becomes false. So right on that frame, or tick, or however you want to describe it. Of course, most of these tiles have info actually in Project Spark if I missed anything. Yeah. So no longer we can say, let's just keep using this. So as soon as this is set equal to false, we'll set can jump equal to true. I don't know why you would want to mess with this too much, but let's say you do. Then no longer will be, so as soon as this is set equal to false, can jump equals true. And there you go. That's pretty much how you use it. Just think of it like started to, but the exact opposite. Yeah, that made sense. So I hope this tutorial was helpful to you, and it gave you information that you did not know before. This is more of a beginner tutorial, of course. If you already know this, well, then good. You know how to do a lot of things. These are used a lot in my tutorials, if you haven't noticed, especially once in Starter 2. Those are some of the most repeated tiles that I have, besides maybe it. I might use it more. And if you want to see a tutorial on how to use the it tile, I would be glad to make one. Or if there's any other tile that you don't understand, uh, I'll just leave it in the comments and I'll look into making a tutorial for it, because that'd be good. I could do that. So leave a like if you did find this video helpful, and subscribe so that you don't miss a single Project Spark tutorial. Like I said, leave in the comments any thing that you'd like to see a tutorial on here in Project Spark. It doesn't have to be code tiles. It could be just something in Project Spark. I'd be happy to do my best to help. I will see you in the next tutorial. Goodbye.